Truth is a luxury. It is a commodity for those who have already won, or for those who have no intention of winning. Most people are raised on a diet of radical honesty. You are taught that your word is your bond, that transparency is a virtue, and that being yourself is the ultimate path to fulfillment. This is a beautiful lie, designed to keep the hierarchy stable. If you look at the individuals who occupy the highest seats of power, the CEOs, the world leaders, the architects of industry, you will find a common thread. They do not operate in the light of total honesty. They operate in the shadows of strategic deception. Machiavelli noted that a prince must be a great feigner and dissembler. He understood that human interaction is not an exchange of souls, it is a negotiation of interests. To show your true self is to show your jugular. To be entirely honest is to hand your opponent the blueprint to your destruction. Today, we are stripping away the moral conditioning. We are going to analyze the 7 strategic lies that every successful person tells. These are not petty falsehoods. They are calculated tools used to maintain leverage, manage perceptions, and protect the internal engine of ambition. If you find this uncomfortable, good. Comfort is for the complacent. Let us begin. Lie 1. I am just like you. The Mask of Relatability. The higher a person rises, the more dangerous they become to the collective. History is littered with the heads of those who flaunted their superiority too openly. The successful person knows this. This is why their first and most consistent lie is the lie of relatability. They wear the simple hoodie. They talk about their morning routine or their struggles with burnout. They use the vernacular of the common man. They want you to believe that the only difference between you and them is a bit of luck and a few early mornings. This is a strategic camouflage. By appearing relatable, they disarm envy. Envy is the most destructive human emotion. It leads to sabotage, rebellion, and resentment. If the masses believe the leader is one of them, they will follow him. If they realize he is a different species altogether, one driven by a cold, unrelenting obsession they cannot comprehend, they will fear him. And fear, without the balance of relatability, leads to guillotines. The successful person lies about their tastes, their habits, and their history to build a bridge of false empathy. They don't want your friendship, they want your compliance, and the easiest way to get it is to make you see your own reflection in their mask. Lie 2. I value your input. The Democratic Facade. Power is most effective when it is invisible. A dictator who screams orders is vulnerable. A leader who asks for feedback is a master of the game. When a high-level individual sits in a meeting and says, "I want to hear everyone's thoughts," or "this is a collaborative effort," they are often lying. In most cases, the decision was made 3 weeks ago in a private room. The brainstorming session is not a search for ideas, it is a ritual of inclusion. Psychologically, humans have a deep need to feel heard. If you give someone the illusion of influence, they will take ownership of the outcome, even if the outcome was forced upon them. By lying about the value of your input, the successful person secures your loyalty for a plan you didn't even create. They listen to your suggestions, they nod, they might even take notes.
Then they do exactly what they intended to do, while making you feel like your perspective helped shape the final version. This is the art of manufacturing consent. They are not looking for your wisdom, they are looking for your fingerprints on their weapon.
Lie 3. I'm not doing this for the money. The Altruistic Shield. Pure greed is ugly. Pure ambition is terrifying. To admit that you want power for the sake of power, or wealth for the sake of autonomy, makes you a villain in the eyes of the public. Therefore, every successful person creates a why that sounds noble. They aren't building a monopoly, they are connecting the world. They aren't crushing competitors, they are disrupting an inefficient industry for the consumer. They aren't seeking fame, they are using their platform for change. This is the lie of altruism. It provides a moral cover for ruthless behavior. Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power suggests that you should always appeal to people's self-interest, but never your own. By framing your personal conquest as a public service, you make it difficult for anyone to oppose you without looking like they are against progress itself. They lie to you, and often they lie to themselves. The most successful predators believe their own propaganda. It allows them to sleep at night while they dismantle the lives of others. They don't see themselves as wolves. They see themselves as shepherds who occasionally have to call the flock for the greater good.
Lie 4. I've forgiven and forgotten. The poisoned olive branch. In the world of high-stakes power, a grudge is a liability. If you show that you are angry, you show that you are hurt. If you show that you are hurt, you show that you are weak. The successful person knows that revenge is a dish best served cold, and more importantly, best served when the victim feels safe. When someone crosses them, they don't scream, they don't burn the bridge immediately. They smile. They say, "It's okay, I understand why you did it, let's move forward." This is a lie. A person who has reached the top has a memory like a vault. They never forget a slight, a betrayal, or a moment of disrespect. But they understand the strategic value of the false peace. By pretending to forgive, they keep the enemy close. They wait for the moment when the enemy's guard is down, when the leverage has shifted, and when the strike can be total and final. If someone tells you they don't hold grudges, be very careful. It usually means they have simply moved your name to a different list, a list of people to be dealt with when the timing is perfect.
Lie 5. I have no plan. The Illusion of Spontaneity. People are intimidated by calculation. If your peers realize that every word you say, every person you meet, and every accidental encounter was planned, they will label you a sociopath. They will distance themselves from you. The successful individual masters the lie of spontaneity. They make their greatest triumphs look like gut feelings or lucky breaks. They want you to believe they are just going with the flow. In reality, they are playing a game of chess while you are playing tag. They have analyzed the variables, mapped out the contingencies, and groomed the connections months in advance. But by lying about the plan, they maintain an aura of genius. It is far more impressive to be seen as a natural prodigy than as a tireless, calculating machine. Furthermore, by hiding the plan, they hide the goal.
If no one knows what you are aiming for, no one knows how to block your path. Silence is a shield. Spontaneity is the mask.
Lie number 6. I am always honest. The paradox of integrity. This is the most brilliant lie of all. The successful person will often go out of their way to be brutally honest about things that don't matter. They will admit to small flaws, minor mistakes, or unpopular opinions on trivial topics. Why? To build a truth credit. By being seen as someone who is too honest for their own good, they buy the trust of everyone around them. This trust is the capital they spend when they need to tell a massive, foundational lie. When the stakes are life-altering, they can look you in the eye and deceive you completely, because they have spent years convinced you that they are incapable of lying. True masters of deception don't lie all the time. They tell the truth 95% of the time, so that the 5% that is a lie is indistinguishable from reality. Their honesty is not a moral choice. It is a long-term investment in their own credibility.
Lie 7. I am doing this for you. The noble lie. Whether it is a CEO laying off thousands, a politician passing a restrictive law, or a partner controlling your social circle, the justification is always the same. I am doing this for your protection, or I am doing this for our future. This is the ultimate tool of control. It is much harder to rebel against an oppressor who claims to be your savior. By framing their selfish needs as your benefit, they take away your right to be angry. The successful person uses the noble lie to bypass your defenses. They don't say, I am doing this to increase my profit margins. They say, I am doing this to ensure the long-term stability of the company so you have a job tomorrow. They don't say, I want to know where you are at all times. They say, I just worry about your safety. It is the language of the shepherd. And as we discussed at the beginning, if you believe the shepherd is your friend, you will never see the shears until they touch your skin.
You are likely feeling a sense of revulsion. You have been told your whole life that the world works on merit and honesty. But look around you. The people who just be themselves are often the ones working for the people who have mastered the mask. These 7 lies are not an invitation to become a petty liar. Petty lies are for the weak. They are easily caught and lead to ruin. These are strategic lies. They require discipline, emotional intelligence, and a cold understanding of human nature. The question is not whether these lies are good or bad. The world does not care about your morality. The world cares about results. You have to decide who you are in this theater. Are you the audience, moved by the performance, believing every word spoken on stage? Or are you the architect, standing in the rafters, pulling the strings and deciding which mask to wear tonight? Most will choose the comfort of the audience. They will leave an angry comment. They will tell themselves they are better than this. And they will continue to wonder why they are always the ones feeling the knife. But a few of you just realized you've been playing the game with half a deck. If you want to understand the deeper mechanics of how the world truly operates, the parts that aren't allowed on this platform, you know where to find me. Step into the architect level. The link is below. Subscribe. Stay uncomfortable.